Hello, everyone. Welcome to your favorite and darling program, The Voice of Eve. Today, we'll be discussing the role of mothers in raising future men leaders. Please don't go away. Stay tuned. The home or the family unit is the first and basic unit of government for any nation. And there is a czar there, the custodian, the vanguard of the home front. Her name is the woman, the mother. How are mothers affecting the future leaders of this nation, especially the men folk? Today we are privileged to have in the house some men who are prepared to disclose how their mothers have been affecting them and what they owe to women. Please join me in this very exciting episode. I am Dr. Violet Arene. Welcome back. If you have just joined us for the first time, you are watching The Voice of Eve. And we're dealing with the subject of the role of mothers in influencing men, future leaders. And this is a very, very interesting topic. And we have in the house somebody who is in the best position to let us know what a mother can do and what a mother has done for him. I have with me here Victor Basola, entrepreneur, social commentator, and a leader himself in the society. You're very welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Now, you're already a leader. Look at how beautifully decked out you are.
Thank you.
Shirt and jacket. Tell us, you're pulling up, I can see. You're proud. What impact or what influence did your mom have over you? At least in dressing up.
My mother had a whole lot of influence over my life.
Yeah.
Not just dressing up.
Yes.
She dressed me up both spiritually and physically. In fact, it was until I got married, I started buying clothes for myself.
Wait a minute. Until you got married?
That's when I started knowing the size of my dress.
So she was buying your dresses yourself?
She was buying it for me.
Does it mean that as you grew, she knew which size it was?
My mother, if till now, my mother knows the size of my clothes.
She was that diligent?
To every mother, the child is still a child, no matter how old you get. To
Wonderful.
every diligent mother.
To every diligent mother.
The child is still a child, no matter how old he gets.
Yeah, we've started on a light note. Even the way you are dressed, everything to match. So your mother influenced you?
Yes, she does. She did.
Wonderful. So please go ahead and tell us, where or in what area did your mom affect you most in what you are doing today?
First, my mom affected me in the areas of prayer.
Prayer?
She taught me to pray. She forced me to pray.
Wonderful.
She disciplined me with prayer.
She disciplined you with prayer?
Fasting was a way of discipline.
You can see I'm sitting right next to you. I'm drawing closer.
Fasting is a way of punishment. Fasting was punishment. So it became normal.
So she made you pray and fast?
Oh, Lord have mercy. My mom ensured that we prayed, whether we liked God or not. Whether you've given your life to God or not, to Jesus or not, you must pray. I remember when I was in the university in 200 level, I was sick. They rushed me back home to Lagos. I didn't know where I was. I was unconscious. When I woke up, they brought me from exam hall. Many things happened on campus. In fact, there are some persons that from the exam hall, they ran mad.
Really?
Yes.
They ran mad?
Especially children from polygamous homes. All manner of things can happen.
Children from polygamous homes. All manner of things. Really?
So they rushed me back to Lagos. And I woke up the next morning, I was hearing my mother praying for me. She didn't sleep overnight.
She did not sleep
for her first son.
She was praying
She was
through the night.
petitioning heaven. What I heard was not prayer. It was like she was in a courtroom. She was giving God reasons why I must not die. She was giving God strong reasons why I must come back to life. I woke up and heard her voice. When I opened my eyes, I saw that the ceiling was not the same like my school on campus. And I said, Mommy, where am I? I said, you're in Lagos. I said, MCB 211. I remember that I was supposed to write MCB 211. When she told me, can you go back to school? I said, I must go back to school today. When she saw that violence, she said, my son is okay. You can go back to school. What if she did not know how to pray?
What if she did not know how to pray?
A prayerless mother is a foolish woman.
Wait, I'm a mother. I have to make sure that this does not apply to me. A prayerless woman is a foolish mother.
A prayerless mother is a foolish woman.
Mothers, are you hearing this? Go ahead, please.
Because in the place of prayer, you can secure the destinies of your children.
Hey, this is very heavy. A mother's prayer secures the destiny of her children.
I'm telling you.
Oh, thank you.
Motherhood
God
is
bless you.
Amen. Motherhood is not buying Ashoebi and tying big dresses. Motherhood is the ability to guard your children jealously through prayer. Social media is swallowing our young ones. If you drive through Ikeja around 2 a.m., you'll be shocked. You see young teenagers doing all manner of things with their bodies for money. But if their mothers were prayerful, those girls will never get there.
Thank you very much. I'm hearing you.
When you pray, you determine what will happen to your children.
When you pray, you determine
what will happen. No matter what comes against them, they can't die.
They cannot die.
If the boss has accident, if everybody dies, your child will come out. Why? Before they go to school, you have secured their destiny. They can kidnap every child in that school. They won't touch your child.
Hallelujah.
My mother ensured that we were always in church. As a little child, I was a church boy. It's either I'm in church or on my way to church. It's either I'm in church or on my way to church. Now, I remember as a little boy, my mother punishes me with cramming scriptures.
Okay, memorizing the scriptures.
With slap.
Why did she have to? You must have been a stubborn.
No, I was very stubborn.
Very good.
Every stubborn child is a potential leader.
Ooh.
Quote me anywhere.
I think we can quote you. I think our viewers are listening.
Every
stubborn child is a potential leader. So don't kill him.
No, you just need to channel the energy productively.
Channel the energy productively. Wonderful. Go ahead, please.
I was very stubborn. In fact, when I was in secondary school, if they write list of noisemakers, they will put my name. Even if I didn't talk, the form teacher was Bashola in school. Yes, write his name. I know he must talk. Why? I was trying to express myself in a wrong way.
Oh, wow. Yes.
So when a child is stubborn and heady, he's trying to establish his authority in the world, don't try to take that boldness away from the child. Channel it productively.
Wonderful. This is great teaching for mothers. I hope young mothers are hearing this. That stubborn child is a potential leader. Channel the energy productively.
A very forceful. Nigeria needs forceful leaders. You cannot lead Nigerians by being a bread and butter leader. Nigerians won't follow you. We want someone that will tell us, shut up and sit down.
Very good.
That's what Nigerians need. If you are very apologetic, if you are very calm, Nigerians, especially the youths of nowadays, they want somebody that can give them a voice, that can then tell them this is where we are going to. And everybody will follow. When we were on campus then, we were doing SUG and Aluta, we want somebody that can stand up and say, greatest Nigeria, give us something, ginger us, tell us this is where we are going. So it's a mother that can help to build such force. Many fathers are not at home.
Many fathers are not at home.
And it's also very unfortunate that many Lagos mothers are not also at home.
Why Lagos mothers?
4 a.m., they are already on their way to work. The child grows up knowing the house help, knowing the security man. They brought a lady to my office the other day. She was raped many times by the security man.
By the security?
And the mother didn't know.
And the mother didn't know? God.
Because the girl is always at home with the security man. The mother has gone to work. The father has gone to work. I would prefer if every mother is an entrepreneur so that you can have time for your children. Because your children are your tomorrow.
Yes.
You can't eat money. You can't.
Yes.
You can't will your estates to your slaves.
Oh, this is harsh. This is harsh. This is an unacceptable reality.
Your children are your tomorrow. If you end up making money, money is good. I like money. But don't make it at the expense of the destinies of the young ones that God has given to you.
Ooh, thank you, Victor. You are talking. Go ahead, please.
Start a business. Engage your creative ability as a mother. Put your hand to work. Put your mind to work. Put your intellectual ability to work. Create a business around your skill and your gift so that you can have time to see, especially the first 10 years.
Especially the
first 10 years. That's when they will take on the attitude, take on the character, soak in everything that they need to become whatever. At 10 years, the child is already made up his mind.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That is, this thing about entrepreneurship, you're recommending it because it makes the woman's time flexible.
Yes.
She's in control of her time.
Yes,
instead of having to obey somebody's order and be at work by 7 a.m. So she leaves the house at 3 a.m. This is a very good counsel for women.
Yes, ma'am.
This looking for work. Why don't you start something?
You can create. I remember I called my mom. She stays in her own house in Lagos now. They've built their own house. They're living well now. But some 20 years ago, my mom used to sell beans.
Beans?
Inside a blue cooler. She hawks it from one secondary school to the other. So I saw one cooler that looked like it somewhere I went to do a program. And I called her. I said, Mommy, do you remember that blue cooler used to sell beans those days in Ile-Ife? She smiled. She said, oh, thank God. She said, she can't do that anymore. She's not a big woman. Mm-hmm. But she had to do that. She resigned from teaching to do that so that she can have time. She gave birth to 4 boys. And when you give birth to 4 boys, you have to look at them. You have to sit with them.
Yes.
Because boys develop differently from women.
Tell me more about that.
Now, a boy wants to express himself.
Yes.
Especially a Nigerian boy. When you say go here, he will tell you no. In fact, the best way to tell a child not to go somewhere is to put something there and say don't go there. A Nigerian boy. There's something about Nigerians. The fact that things are going wrong now, we are not talking is because we are not here ready to talk. The day Nigerians will rise up, the corrupt leaders will vanish.
You mean that?
I'm telling you. Because we've not spoken doesn't mean we can't speak. The day Nigerians will be ready for their corrupt leaders, oh Lord have mercy, they will run out of the country. Nigerians have thick skin. Let's not go there. When you give birth to 4 boys, you don't behave the way other women behave. You sit with these children because 4 of them want to experiment. They want to do things. There are people. When we relocated to Warri, my mother had to sit down with us because in Warri, many things that will swallow your children are there. Honestly, many things that will swallow your children are there. You don't raise children in Warri and you just wish they would develop well. You have to sit down, wear nika, tie your belt, and if you need to fight your children. My mother can beat you for an offense that you committed. She can beat you for the one you will commit in the future. Really? I'm telling you. She can call you Ayo. And when my mom calls you by your native name, you're in trouble. My mom had to beat. See, if you remove discipline, they remove discipline from the American children. Yes. See what they have turned out to be.
Yes.
When God that created the world said, do not spare the rod. God didn't say Cain. God said rod. Because he knows how they will become. Rod is rod. Don't check for the Greek and Hebrew. Rod means rod. He said if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. But we said you can talk to them, you can advise them.
No, it's time out. You say time out. Lock the person. No TV.
I grant you. I grant you. You're no longer going to America for summer. My mother. I remember I went back home to report. My uncle beat me in GS1. And I went back home to report to my mom. Uncle Edema beat me. And she said, what? We are going to that school tomorrow. I said, correct. We are going to that school tomorrow. Uncle Edema, you will hear it. When we're going, my mother said, let's branch and buy cane. I said, Mom, what do we need cane for? He said to beat your Uncle Edema now. I thought we would buy 1 or 2. She bought 1 bunch. Carried it on my head. We're going to the school. When we got to the school and got to the staff room, my mother said, come. Why? Ah! He said, Uncle, that is him. I brought him. You see that bunch of cane? Use one every day for him. When he finish, I will put another bunch on his head and bring him for you. Keep beating him.
Really?
He's my son. Beat him. When you beat him, when I get home, I will beat him too. Why was she doing all that? She knew I'm the first son.
The first
And
son.
whatever I turn out to be, the rest will follow.
Thank you. Victor, this is fascinating. So all that stuff about positive values, about discipline, about good attitudes must be ingrained into the boy.
Must.
By the mother.
Must.
You cannot say anymore. Our viewers have had us. You'll be back to the studio. We'll continue the discussion. God bless you.
Thank you.
You are a worthy son of a disciplinarian and godly, prayerful woman who had the best in her heart for her sons and for the nation, to give us men that are conscientious. God bless you and your family.
Thank you.
You'll be back.
Thank you.
Well, viewers, this is really fascinating. Don't go away. The discussion continues.
I know there are so many things a mother does for a child to become great. Like my mom in particular, she tried to make sure I was well trained, I was well disciplined. She gave me good education, took care of me, trying to stop me from associating myself with bad friends. Right from childhood, so I grew up to be somebody she really wanted me to be. You know, carry me in her womb for 9 months, and that's one of the key things she did. Like giving birth to me and making sure nothing hurts me. And then at the end of the day, when I became a man, she made it known to me that yes, you must not be a child that will bring shame to the family.
The role of a mother in raising a future leader cannot be overemphasized. We all know that women play a very vital part in the society. Without women, our children will be wayward. Women have the most time to stay with the kids at home.
They do a lot of things in the family life. They play a lot of key roles in the life of upgrowing children. And even the younger ones, they do a lot of things to make sure that the child, a mother can sell his or her wrapper, all her properties, to make sure that the child gets to that destination that the child wants to get to. That is one of the key roles. Like my mom also, she did a lot of things for me. She made sure that we attain the stage that we are in life today. I know what she has done for me. And till tomorrow, she keeps on praying that we get to that destination that we want to.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us for the first time, you've been watching The Voice of Eve. And our topic today is the role of mothers in raising men leaders. It's been wonderful hearing what we are hearing, especially from the special guest. But the discussion continues, and I'm privileged to have with me today two more men in different fields who will tell us how their mothers influenced what they became and how they are. I have with me here Professor Holy Rock, the drag comedist. Edet precisely is his name. You're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Very welcome. And I have Amos Okwarefere, musician and engineer.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Both of you were brought up by women. You are already leaders in your own areas, boarding leaders.
Yeah.
Edet, Professor Holy Rock, what did your mama do for you?
My mother did so many things. In short, she played the role of a mosquito net in my life.
How mosquito net?
That time,
Yes.
there was not too much mosquito like we have now. So what she did was this. While I was sleeping, she would not sleep, she will shine her eye like torch. When mosquito comes to bite me, it die. It came mosquito.
Okay, I think I got the message.
You didn't get it.
That protection. This may sound facetious, but it's serious. Now let's go to Amos before you dominate this discussion.
Now, I must say, the role of a loving mother can never be overemphasized when it comes to this topic. Why I use the word loving mothers, because out there, like from the guest said something about some mothers that are not the way they ought to have been.
Yes.
There are some mothers that are scary, terrible. So for a mother to have be there for you to a level where you are now influencing the nation, that mother must have been a very loving mother. You understand? So, like the question, my mom has been a gift
To you.
to me. If I were allowed to give her anything, I think giving her the whole world would not be enough for a gift.
This is very emotional because I'm a mother and a grandmother. It touches me.
Yeah, because there's something she
Wonderful.
actually did that I don't forget. It's not can never
Tell
forget
us,
because it
tell
was
us what
happening
it is.
concurrently. Most of the times, almost every now and then, I wake up and I meet my mother praying. Not praying like her hands is always on me praying. And there was this sweet day, I was sleeping, I was dreaming that she was praying for me in the dream. I thought it was a dream. It was actually a dream. When I opened my eyes, I saw she was praying, and I slept back. You know, I was flying. You know, it was I believe it was with the prayers of my mom, my dreams and purpose, desires and will, everything I needed to be in life was so transparent. It was just before me. I could tell you the stories and everything and how it was going. She was there. Now, I'm into music like as it is, but my mother wasn't so into music like she's a star or something, but my first acoustic guitar I got, when I raised the money wasn't completed, and I was so devastated because I needed to have it to be able to grow myself.
Yes.
She actually went as far as to get that money, to fill it up. Now, I had the larger part, but when she brought that little part of it, it touched my innermost being. I was like, wow, this woman doesn't know much about music, but she understood what I needed when it comes to music.
Yes.
You know, that actually made me cry.
Yes.
And I cannot give that for anything.
So love and support.
She's a loving
Love
and supportive
support.
woman, yes.
Loving and supporting the child.
Yes, yes.
It made you.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Seriously.
Mothers are listening, especially
Yes.
those who don't really have time to earn the sort of accolade we are
Yeah.
hearing here.
Yeah.
Loving and supporting your son
Yeah.
will go a long way. Professor Holyrock, tell me, what precisely, exactly, in particular, did your mom do for you to make you who you are and what you are today?
My mom sacrificed a lot. So much.
Sacrifice. Yes. Thank you. Well, Amos, what would you advise mothers never to do to their sons? Amos.
Okay, I would say, Mom, I want to personalize it, but it's going to every mom in this world, to every mom out there. Don't ever give up on our sons, especially the stubborn ones. Trust me, they can be very, very painful in the ass. Don't give up on us, no matter how difficult we prove to be. When it's tougher, take us to God. I think God will deal with us for you.
Oh, this is sweet. When the child is tough, take the child to God. We cannot say it any better. Mothers, you make good leaders, in short. And God bless good mothers.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you for this wonderful
Thank
discussion.
you very much,
And
Mom.
And that you are worthy sons,
Yes.
and God bless you.
And you are also
The voice
a darling
of Eve
mom.
is the voice of my mother.
Well, viewers, especially mothers, you have had it. Whatever you are doing to your son will speak one day. Clearly, from our discussion today, mothers have great impact, great influence on how their sons turn out to be leaders tomorrow. This is an incisive message for every woman who is or will be a mother. Thank you all for listening. I am Dr. Violet Arene.